Hey, good evening. What time is it? It's after 9 o'clock. I really need to be a good girl and settle down tonight because last night I taught a class and I taught the class early, but I got myself super wired up and I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning, just absolutely manic. So I'm just gonna try to be a good kid, but when I start working, it just gets, it just gets hard to settle down. Hello, Alice. How are you? So I have something on my heart, and I'm broadcasting to a couple of different places right now, hoping to that this catches a few people. Hi, Susan. How are you? Um, Today when I was working on some stuff, I taught two classes today. I'm doing two. That's three, two. I taught two classes today. I'm giving free sample sessions to my All Access Pass group, my marketing mastermind, super fun, super cool group. And so I've been doing 2 days, yesterday and today. I did two, and tomorrow I have one last one. And in between the first one and the second one, because I kind of went off on a rant and I was talking about how people, think they're overwhelmed, but if they would really think about the real world, the regular marketplace, not this home business, affiliate marketing, network marketing marketplace, they'd realize that, regular businesses don't get overwhelmed like we perceive that we're overwhelmed. And all of a sudden it occurred to me, the question is, are you overwhelmed? Are you just scared? I started my business in a simpler time, a time before the internet, a time before all the tools and all the platforms and all the mediums and all the content and all the stuff. So there wasn't as much. um the moon was beautiful last night, Brenda. I just saw she was talking about the moon. um there wasn't as much to get overwhelmed with, but people said they were overwhelmed then. There was really pretty simple directions. It was make a list of 100, call everybody up with this script, read it to them, invite them to the meeting, and see if you could get them to buy product or join the opportunity. It was pretty straightforward, but it still seemed overwhelming. Today we get overwhelmed because we're trying to figure out how to post properly on Facebook. We all want to get it right, and we're worried about, making that first TikTok properly, or doing video, or whatever it is we're doing a Facebook Live, how to do it right, right? And we claim we're overwhelmed. But the reality is there's not that much that's overwhelming, because I joke about it, but it's a serious topic. So I'm certainly not mocking anybody or teasing anybody, but making a video is turning on your camera, right? And pressing a button and going, hey, it's Diane, and I just wanted to say blah, 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 blah. And you turn off the button. I mean, that's what making a video is. Going live is pressing a button. And by the way, you can press the button on Facebook, you can press the button on Instagram, you can press the button on YouTube, you can press the same button on TikTok. You can go live anywhere. It's as simple as pressing a button. So it's not complicated. Creating a capture page, couple steps, but really it's today with the way the pages are, it's point and click, edit the page, change the headline. It's not that complicated. Learning how to use an autoresponder, okay, a little bit more, it might take you an hour or two. But again, not something that's so crazy overwhelming. So the question is, are you overwhelmed or are you frightened? Are you frightened? Is the little kid in you that got in trouble when they didn't do it just right, or didn't get an A, or didn't behave, or if they got spaghetti sauce on their shirt, the kid that would get in trouble trying to achieve perfection in the marketplace and worried about doing something wrong and living in a reality that doesn't exist? Done a lot of work on this myself over the years. And I've worked with a lot of people, especially in my All Access Pass now. A big part of what we're doing in that group is setting people free from all of these rules and all the things they think they have to be and the things they think they have to do, and getting them back to themselves, their essence, their voice. A lot of people say, I have to find my voice. It's not that you lost your voice. It's just that you're afraid to express it in front of other people. You have your voice with the people that you love. You have your voice. You have your voice with your family or your friends, or even if it's with your dogs or your pets or your internet, friends or whatever. Your voice is there. You have your voice. It's just a matter of fear in using that voice out in public, or it's a matter of fear about learning a new medium that would put your voice in front of more people. But that's the very thing that we need in order to move forward in our business. So all I wanted to say was, just ask yourself, next time you get to that place where you think, I'm overwhelmed, if those words are going to fall from your lips, or even if they're in your head, ask yourself, am I truly overwhelmed, or am I just scared? And then ask yourself, where do I go and who do I hang out with to help me not be scared? And that's what my group is all about. That's what my gang is about. We laugh, we have fun, and we watch people emerge. And all of a sudden, what seemed complicated and overwhelming becomes easy because the fear lifts. And when the fear lifts, the rest becomes fairly simple because it's just common sense. I'm not diminishing or saying that that sensation doesn't exist in you, because I get it too. I'm not very technical. I'm not very this. I get it too. But if I really sit down and I really think about what's holding me back, it's never learning that new skill. It never is. It's the fact that if I learn the new skill, somebody might see me or hear me, and somebody might disapprove of me, like I got disapproved of when I was a kid. Like I would get excited about something and I would get shut down, or like the teachers would tell me in school I needed to be quiet. Maybe I'll say the wrong thing in front of the wrong people because that new technology, maybe I'll go on TikTok and try to be funny and it's not funny and people will get pissed off. I have already done some videos where apparently like on YouTube, I put some videos, shorts, and the word of the week is cringe. So they're mocking my videos and saying the videos make them cringe. They just write cringe, right? Somebody didn't like my video. And I got to tell you the truth, when I see comments like that, it hurts. So it wasn't overwhelming to make the video. It was overwhelming to consider the backlash that I might experience if my video went out to a lot of people. It's overwhelming to consider the backlash that I might feel, that I might feel that feeling again that I felt as a kid. I might feel that feeling of getting in trouble with a teacher or with a parent or with a relative for running my mouth too much or saying the wrong things. That's what we're all experiencing. That's what the challenge is. The challenge isn't the overwhelm. I did an example today, which I had everybody like cracking up because, we sit, I'll ask somebody, well, what do you sell? What do you sell? They can't answer the question because they're so afraid of saying the wrong thing that they can't tell me what they sell, or they're trying to figure out what to sell and they're so afraid of putting together the right bundle or the right combination that it has to be right, that they're losing sight of how simple it is. If you go into a deli, a little coffee shop or whatever in the morning, and you walk in and you go, hey, can I have egg and cheese on a roll? They give you an egg and cheese on a roll. If you say, I'd like egg, cheese, and bacon on a roll, bacon, egg, and cheese, it sounds better that way, right? They don't freak out. They just give you bacon, egg, and cheese. They don't go, oh my God, we only made bacon and egg. We only made egg and cheese, and she wants bacon, egg, and cheese. Then the next person comes in, they said, I want sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant. On a croissant, what do we do? This doesn't exist in the real world in regular businesses. And yet we come into this space and we're so worried that somebody will not like something, or somebody, like they didn't like your supplement or your weight loss pill. And instead of just saying, hey, great, well, let me have those back. Why don't you try the other version or the liquid version, or try this or try that? We freak out because we are anticipating something that existed in our past. And we're feeling a feeling of overwhelm that has nothing to do with what we're doing today. I haven't met a person, that's a lie. Okay, I might have met two. I haven't really met many people that get into the industry that aren't competent in other areas of their life. Okay. I haven't met somebody that forgot to pay their electric bill, or their house was falling down, or they had all these problems, or that they couldn't keep a job. I haven't met anybody that in those other areas of their life they weren't competent and they didn't keep things under control. But we come over here and we freak out, and we use that overwhelmed feeling, that idea, and we talk about it. We don't do that in other areas, because in this realm we're running it through this whole big cycle in our head that we don't have the luxury of doing with our jobs. If we have jobs, we don't have the luxury of doing that. We don't have the luxury of doing, I don't know if I'm going to get a job because my mom yelled at me when I was 7. I don't know if I'm going to get a job because my guidance counselor said I'm a loser. I don't know if I'm going to get a job because, whatever it was. We don't do that. I don't know if I'm going to pay my electric bill because my 3rd grade teacher said I was disruptive. It said it on my report card. What we're over here going into this whole big conversation in our head that is not real. And I told my classes today, if you don't have an environment where you can actually interact and engage with somebody with more experience than you, where you can bust those beliefs, where you can break that down, when you can recognize what it is. And if you're somewhere where that idea of being overwhelmed is not only acknowledged as valid, but it's perpetuated, then you're going to struggle, because you have to bust through that paradigm, and you have to recognize that all the things that you need to do in your business are just not that complicated. In fact, most of this stuff is very simple stuff. But it's the story that we're telling ourselves around it that is causing us to break down. So I'm going to close because I got to get settled down myself, because last night I got really riled up and stayed up to like ungodly hour. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And I'm going to get some sleep tonight because I got a lot of stuff going on. But ask yourself, am I really overwhelmed, or am I just scared? And if I'm scared, where do I have to go to talk about that? Because a lot of times you're not allowed to talk about that. You're not allowed to be real. You're not allowed to talk about the trepidation, the fear, because it's just go do it. Just go do it. Well, you got to just go do it. But let's acknowledge what's really going on. Let's have fun. Let's laugh at it. Let's kind of look at it from different perspectives and realize what is really holding us back. And by the way, I'm speaking to you, but I'm speaking to me too, because there's always another level to go to, and there's always another plane of achievement, and there's always something, the next thing to do. And there's plenty of things, and I could list them all in private, that frighten me, that I tell myself a story about as well. And I'm going to ask myself from now on, is it really that it's overwhelming? Or is it really that I'm afraid of experiencing something that I've experienced in the past that isn't real right now? I hope you guys have a great evening. If any of you guys wanted to come tomorrow, I'm doing the last by invite only session for All Access Pass for folks out in the public that are not members. And that's going to be at noon Eastern. It's all going to be about crafting your narrative. If you are a member and you're free, I would definitely come to this because it's going to be a powerful session. But I am inviting, some of my contacts to come. So if you wanted to come, just hit me in Messenger. Let me know you want to come. I'll get the link for you. And on that note, I'm going to go settle down and have some rest tonight. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for visiting with me. And I will see you all tomorrow.